Welcome to the Blackheath High Music Department. I am Mrs Gunton, the Director of Music, and today I will be doing a taster lesson with you. Our session is going to be based on rhythm, so you will need to go to your kitchen to get a wooden spoon and a saucepan ready to join in with our session today. Okay, we're now going to start with a warm-up, and our warm-up today is going to be some call and response. And this is where I clap or play my body, and then you have to copy it directly back. So we're going to start with a nice, simple, easy one, which is just some clapping. So listen to me and then copy it straight back. Here we go. Then you copy it back. Very good. Okay, now we're going to try something that's a little bit more difficult, and this time we're going to use our legs and our tummies. Here we go. You copy it back. Excellent, very good. Now we're going to try something a little bit trickier. We're going to be using our faces and our heads, because they actually make quite a good sound. So here we are with our next one. So have a good listen to what I'm doing and then copy it straight back. Here we go. Copy it back. Very good. And my final one means we're going to actually have to sort of do some movement on the spot, and we're going to be using our feet on the floor. So have a really good listen, because this is going to incorporate all the sounds that we've used so far on our bodies. Here we are. Copy it back. Very good. Now, because you were so good at that one, we're going to do it again a little bit faster. Off we go. Very good. And let's try it again, even faster. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Copy it back. Very good. Now, if you find that really easy, you can make it a little bit trickier by adding something else in. So we're going to go feet, feet, legs, legs, tummy, tummy, head, clap. So let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feet, feet, legs, legs, tummy, tummy, head, clap. Excellent. Well done. Okay, we're now going to move on to our second warm-up of the day. And what we have to do is march on the spot. So just march on the spot, nice and steadily, keeping a really steady time. Now in music, we tend to like even numbers. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now when we get to 4, we don't keep going up to number 5, we go back to 1. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep that going. Well done. And now we're going to clap on different beats. So we're going to clap on 1 and 3 to start with. Here we go, and I'm going to count you in. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Keep that going. Good. Counting your head. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. Now we're going to change it in a minute. So in a second, I want you to clap on beats 2 and 3. Here we go. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Keep the marching going. If your mum and dad are in the room, make sure they're joining in as well, because this can get quite tricky. Now we're going to try it again, and I would like you to clap on beats 1 and beats 4. So I'll count you in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Keep going. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and stop. Great work. Well done. So at Blackheath High School, in your music lessons, we use a whole range of different instruments, and I'm going to show some of them to you today. So the first instrument I'm going to show you is an instrument called a djembe, which is spelled D-J-E-M-B-E. It's not what you think it is. And traditionally, it's from Africa, with the skin being made out of goat skin. Now you'll be pleased to hear that actually we don't use goat skin here. We've got plastic skins, and they're a hollowed out tree trunk. And these are really useful instruments to have. They're really great for rhythm, and you can play lots of exciting rhythms and make lots of different sounds on them. So thinking about what we did earlier with our warm-up with call and response, I'd now like you to get your spoon and your saucepan from your kitchen at the ready, and we're going to do some call and response. I'm going to use my djembe, and you're going to use your wooden spoon and your saucepan to copy back the rhythms that I'm playing on my djembe. Here we go, here's my first rhythm. You copy it back, fantastic. Now we're going to do another one, a little bit faster, with some trickier rhythms. See if you can manage this, here we go. Very good. Now you might be able to get some different sounds out of your saucepan at home. So on my djembe, we've got a bass sound. We've also got an open sound. So if we put them together, you can hear the different sounds. So if you can try on your saucepan to try and find two different sounds, I'm going to do a call and response that requires you to listen out for the two different sounds and see if you can copy it at home. So here we go. Copy it back. Here's another one. Copy it back. Really listen. Copy it back. And here's my last one. Copy it back. Very good. Well done. Okay, so what we're going to do now is put together a piece using lots of the skills that we have used so far in this lesson. So we're going to start with an introduction. Now, I'm sure many of you are thinking, hang on a second, Mrs Gunton, I do not have a drum kit at home, and that's absolutely fine. You need to still keep using your wooden spoon and your saucepan. So back to my introduction. It's going to go a little bit like this. So the bit I want you to do is the drum. The really loud bass drum. And what I'm thinking in my head is this. I think, I want a cup of tea, me too. So you're essentially playing the me too section. So let's put that together. Remember, in music, we like even numbers. Everything seems to happen in fours. So we do this 4 times. So let's give it a little practice. Excellent, well done. So that's our introduction, the beginning of our piece. We've got a really strong opening there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to practice the ending. And what I want you to do is think about the word coffee. And we're going to use the word coffee, and as you play it, I want you to get gradually louder. In the music, we call that a crescendo. So we're going to start nice and quiet and then get really loud. So we're just going to practice that. And I'm going to play it to you to start with so you can see exactly what I'm looking for. So you need to listen again and see how many times I'm playing coffee. So I'm going coffee, coffee. So just count to see how many times you can hear coffee being played. Here we go. Very good. And this time I want you to join in and still keep counting. Here we go. Excellent, well done. Nice big crescendo on your saucepan with your wooden spoon there. Okay, so we've got a nice beginning, we've got a nice ending. Now we need to work out the middle section. So I'm going to teach you a combination of different rhythms, and you can choose which rhythm you're going to do. Or actually, you might choose that actually you want to keep swapping between different rhythms. And if you've got other members of your household joining in, you can all do a different rhythm. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep a steady beat. Now, earlier in the session, I was marching on the spot, keeping a nice steady beat, and that's really important in music to keep the tempo nice and steady. So we're going to keep that going, and you can be marching on the spot at home. So I'm going to teach you your first rhythm, and it's going to be I like fish and chips. Now that's quite a simple one, and you might want to stick with a nice, simple rhythm because you need to keep marching on the spot. Now in music we have something called an ostinato, which is a repeating pattern, and that's what my foot is doing here. It's just doing a repeating pattern. Now with your I like fish and chips rhythm, you need to keep repeating that as well to create an ostinato. So let's try doing that now. Excellent, well done. Another rhythm I'm going to teach you sounds a little bit like this. And the way that I remember that is I think, can I have a cup of tea? choose that rhythm and you might like to keep repeating that rhythm. You might decide actually you want the I like fish and chips rhythm and the cup of tea rhythms. Let's try them both alternating. I like fish and chips. Can I have a cup of tea? So you've got those two rhythms to choose from to start with. I've got another rhythm which is really much harder. You may need 2 wooden spoons for this one, but let's give it a go. And the way I remember that one is Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola, coffee, tea. Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola, coffee, tea. Let's practice that again. And remember, we're doing ostinato, so we keep repeating all the way through. Here we go. Good. I hope you're still marching on the spot. You should be. My foot's still keeping a really nice, steady beat. Now, I'm going to play something different on my drum kit, but I still want you to do one of the 3 rhythms. So you need to be really confident with the rhythm that you're doing, because I'm going to be playing something totally different. So I'm going to count to 4 and then we're going to start. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got the main body of our piece there. Now, can we still remember our introduction? Remember, that's me going, I want a cup of tea, and you reply with me too. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do our introduction, and then we're going to go straight into the main section of our piece. We'll leave the ending for a couple of minutes and we'll come back to that in a second. So let's try transitioning from the introduction straight into the middle of the piece. Okay, here we go. I'm going to count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, off we go. Well done. Now we just need to transition into the end. Now this is going to be tricky because you're at home and I'm in school, so we're going to have to try and find a way for me to tell you exactly what I want you to do at the end. So remember, the ending is the coffee, 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 stop. So remember, we've got 8 coffees. You should have worked that out a couple of minutes ago. So what I'm going to do is, when I want you to get ready for the end, on my crash cymbal here, which is really loud, I'm going to hit it 4 times. At that point, you're going to think, oh, that is the ending. At which point, we're then going to go straight into our coffee section, just to finish off. So let's have a little practice of that. We're going to do the main section of our piece. You're going to hear 4 crashes, and then we're going to go into our ending. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent, well done. So we're now ready to put the whole piece together like a big musical sandwich. Good luck, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. That's the end of our piece and our lesson for today.